Just wholeheartedly focus on learning one thing, go deep into one path, and cultivate it over a long period of time. Absolutely do not study two things at the same time. That is a major taboo. Why? Because it distracts your mind and makes your focus scattered. It's very hard to gain true benefit that way. You must be focused and consistent. You must not have doubts and must not mix things together. No mixing means staying true to one method, and this one method must not be interrupted. Where should we place the focus of our cultivation? We should place it on the mind of purity, equality, and awakening. The words purity, equality, enlightenment in the sutra title refer to our own true mind. Our practice is to return to this true mind. Our awakening is no different from that of the Buddhas. This is the ultimate goal of cultivation, the very heart of the path. Purity, equality, enlightenment. A person who recites the Buddha's name knows where they came from before birth and knows where they are going after death. There is only peace and joy, not even the slightest trace of worry, not even the slightest trace of fear. In this world, the mission has been fulfilled. Merit and virtue have reached completion. The task of guiding sentient beings has reached a temporary conclusion. At this stage, the assigned mission has come to its perfect end. Following the teacher's instructions, spreading the light of the Dharma overseas, resolving disasters, only this sutra can do that. The first time I lectured on this sutra was in Vancouver, Canada. The second time was in San Jose, California, USA. I have a karmic connection with the people overseas. When a teacher looks at a student, there are no complicated requirements, just three qualities: being honest, obedient, and truly diligent. If you possess these qualities, the teacher will be willing to teach you. How can we fully bring out the wisdom, virtues, and perfect qualities inherent in our true nature? The key lies in seeing through and letting go. Seeing through means understanding the truth of all phenomena. Letting go means releasing all obstacles and impurities. When we return to our true nature, we attain great perfection. What is this great perfection? It is the land of ultimate bliss, Amitabha's pure land. When we are reborn in the pure land, we must understand that this pure land is a manifestation of Amitabha Buddha, and at the same time, it is also a manifestation of our own true nature. This is important to know. If the land of ultimate bliss did not exist within our true nature, Amitabha Buddha could not establish it, and we could not be reborn there. The pure land exists within our true nature. It is not something that comes from outside our true nature, and Amitabha Buddha share the same essence. That is why he can create it and why we can be reborn there and enjoy it. Why is this so? Because we are one and the same, not two separate things. It is one reality. This is something we must truly believe. Wisdom is something we inherently have. As Shakyamuni Buddha beautifully said in the Avatamsaka Sutra, Flower Adornment Sutra, all sentient beings possess the wisdom, virtues, and appearances of the Tathagata. Therefore, wisdom, merit, and perfect appearance are all originally present within our true nature. How much do we have? Boundless, limitless, and countless, inexhaustible, and never depleted. Even if we use them for 100,000 years, 1,000,000 years, 10 million years, countless eons, even throughout infinite lifespans, we will never run out. What is the land of ultimate bliss like? When Master Yuan was alive, he saw Amitabha Buddha 4 times. He never told anyone before. It was only during the 4th time, when Amitabha came to receive him for rebirth, that he told everyone he had seen the land of ultimate bliss. He had seen Amitabha Buddha, and he had seen his fellow practitioners who had already been reborn there. They were all beside Amitabha, welcoming him. That meant it was his time to go. Others asked him, "Have you seen this realm before?" He said, "Yes, I've seen it 3 times before. What is it like? What is the land of ultimate bliss like?" It's exactly the same as what is described in the Infinite Life Sutra. Not a single discrepancy. The sutra helps us to build deep faith and make aspirations to recite the Buddha's name and seek rebirth. The sutra also serves as proof that the place we are going is indeed correct. If it's not the same, then it's not the land of ultimate bliss. Then it's not Amitabha Buddha. But if it's exactly the same, then we can truly have faith. The final mission of Elder Master Haishan was to demonstrate and praise the Sangha, to reveal the merit of the monastic path. Someone gave him a book, and the moment he saw it, he cherished it as if it were a precious treasure, overflowing with joy. What did this mean? His final demonstration of the Dharma had arrived. Once this message was expressed, he was ready to depart. He received the book, put on his monastic robe and sash, and told everyone, "Take a photo of me." His joy was boundless. 3 days later, he passed away. This was a demonstration of the third turning of the Dharma wheel, the turning by witnessing and validating. In the 3 turnings of the Dharma wheel, there is demonstrating, encouraging, and finally testifying. He came to bear witness. We are here to encourage and explain. Our task is to clearly explain this teaching, to urge people to believe, make vows, and recite the Buddha's name. His entire life was a living demonstration for us. He recited the Buddha's name for 90 years. If sincere recitation for just 3 years can lead to rebirth in the Pure Land, how could one possibly not attain it after 90 years? Elder Master Haishan's mother attained rebirth in the Pure Land at the age of 86. Knowing in advance the exact time of her departure, she used to live with Master Haishan in the monastery. One day, she suddenly said, "I want to return to my old home." The elder master tried to dissuade her, but she was firm in her decision, so he accompanied her back. Once home, she asked him to gather her daughter and nieces. Everyone came. Then she personally made dumplings and invited everyone to eat together. After the meal, she sat cross-legged on a chair and said to everyone, "I'm going now." As soon as she finished speaking, she tilted her head to the side and peacefully attained rebirth. She was not ill. She manifested a mindful and liberated departure, a true example of self-transformation for the sake of others. Her passing deeply moved many people and inspired great faith in the practice of mindful recitation of Amitabha Buddha's name. I never imagined that in the year 2000, I would immigrate to Australia. While in Australia, I assisted the government in uniting different ethnic communities and religious groups. I maintained regular contact with Australian universities, as the government had entrusted these 2 important missions to the universities for implementation. I developed a very close relationship with the universities and frequently met with their leadership. Because of this, they knew me quite well. After the 9/11 incident, the presidents of 2 universities came to see me, inviting me to attend a forum at their schools. The forum was dedicated to discussing how to resolve conflict and promote social stability and peace. The participants were all university professors, including professors from peace studies departments. Over a dozen in total. First, I listened to their reports. Then I answered their questions. The forum was a great success, and everyone felt joyful and uplifted. Confucius once said, "To learn and constantly practice, is it not a joy?" What does it mean? You learn something, but more importantly, you put what you've learned into practice. The word practice, chi, means to apply, to embody. When you've truly understood a principle, when you've awakened to it, you're able to apply it in your daily life, in your work, in how you interact with others. That brings joy. Why? Because wisdom arises. A person with wisdom is joyful. A person without wisdom suffers. The saying, "Among the 3 forms of unfilial behavior, having no descendants is the greatest," is a teaching from the ancient Chinese sages. What is the most important thing for a person in this world? It is to have a successor, someone to carry on your path and your life's work passed down from one generation to the next. Only then are you truly honoring your parents, your ancestors, and your teachers. If no one carries it on, even if your achievements are glorious in your lifetime, once you die, it all comes to nothing as if it never existed. This is considered a great act of unfiliality. Every teacher longs for a disciple to whom they can transmit the Dharma. But where can such a person be found? They are rare. You may come across them by chance, but you cannot demand them. It is already difficult for a student to find a good teacher, but it is even harder for a teacher to find a worthy student. Most often, they can't find one. So when a teacher happens to discover even 1 or 2 such students, they regard them as precious treasures, hoping that they will have perseverance and patience to carry on the path and the Dharma. We learn from Master Yingguang throughout his life. He accepted offerings from the 4 types of disciples, the laymen and laywomen, the monks and nuns. But he never used these offerings to improve his own living conditions. He devoted all of it to printing sutras, spreading the Dharma, and benefiting sentient beings. He also used it for disaster relief, with the main focus still being the printing of Buddhist texts. Whenever there was a major disaster, he would allocate a portion from the Sutra Printing Fund to support relief efforts. Master Yingwang taught us this method, and it is indeed a good method. May all beings attain realization together. Enter deeply into one path. To enter deeply into one path and to cultivate over a long period of time. This is the core principle of true learning and practice. Reading a scripture 1,000 times, its meaning will naturally reveal itself. This is the proper method for entering the Dharma gate. When the meaning reveals itself, that is great awakening, a thorough and complete awakening. Those with sharp faculties and wisdom will directly awaken to their true nature and see their original mind. Even those with average or lesser capacities will surely attain great awakening. With such awakening, things never studied before, things never experienced, they will all become clear, all be understood.